Hi, Gareth. A frustrating night. The fans made their views heard at the end, or some of them did. What's your thoughts on the evening as a whole?
Well, I think it's probably a fair scoreline, first and foremost. We didn't do enough to win the game, didn't create enough clear-cut chances to win the game, but I don't think we deserved to lose it either. I've got to give huge credit to Scotland. I thought they defended extremely well and they used the ball well. We couldn't find the solutions. We had moments down the sides which is where the spaces were against them, but we weren't able to exploit those spaces. And in the end, as I said, not enough to win. But this is a tournament, and it's critical when you can't win not to lose. And that's, of course, feels difficult in the last 15 minutes of a game like tonight, where fans are desperate for you to go forward and abandon all shape, because of course it's Scotland. It feels like a unique occasion, but we have to still approach it in the context that a point is still an important step towards qualification, and ultimately qualification is the first objective for us.
Thanks, Simon. Next we'll go to John Cross in the Mirror.
Gareth, can I just ask you about Harry Kane? It's the second game running that was substituted. He just couldn't get into the game tonight, could he really? Is there a concern there? Is there a fitness issue? A couple of the TV pundits were talking about maybe he's been distracted by the transfer chat. It's not the Harry that we're used to, is it? What happened tonight with Harry, do you think?
I think the whole team, we have got to look at the whole performance and our use of the ball and review where we can be better, and that's right across the board. So it's not just about one person. It's Scotland. I thought marked him extremely well. With the back five, there isn't a lot of space, and of course they managed to, anything that was played up, they were aggressive. They defended well. So tonight we couldn't find the answers. We've got to go away, review the game and find those answers for the game with Czech Republic.
Thanks, John. Next we'll go to Duncan Wright from The Sun.
Hi, Gareth. When it's going wrong as it did today, I think many people wanted a change-up, maybe to go with a fourth attacking player. But you kept it like for like with your substitutions and didn't change around then. And that seemed to frustrate the supporters who obviously booed and let their feelings know through the game as well as at the whistle.
Well, I would say we had a fourth attacking player in Mount throughout the whole game. So I think in those moments, if we had to chase to win with no consequence for conceding, then you might approach it differently. Or if we were behind in the game and we were chasing. But all the time, it's a night where it was a bit frantic. It wasn't a game where there was a huge amount of control. And you've got to make sure that sitting on 3 points as we did, we managed the tournament as well as the game. And it's easy to gamble towards the end and lose shape and then end up losing the game in the last 5 minutes. And then you're kicking yourself for not managing the tournament. And I understand we're at Wembley. It's a game against Scotland where everybody wants us to win. We wanted to win. But it is in the context of a tournament, and the qualification is the first and the most important thing.
Thanks, Duncan. Next we'll go to Alex Howell, BBC Sport.
Hi, Gareth. Just said taking advantage of the space down the sides. What do you think the team needed to do better to create more chances?
I think the timing of our movement rotation patterns could have been better at times. I think we could have been a bit more decisive in our decision making in those areas. But again, I think Scotland also defended those areas really well. And as even towards the end, the one against one situations, they always had a second or a third man across. So look, it's a game we know we didn't hit the level we wanted to or need to. But tonight we have to accept whatever comes our way. All I would say is, I'm totally understanding that as the manager. I totally understand anything that comes my way. What we need to do is make sure we get behind the players, because there's a lot of young players that need the support of everybody. Most of them haven't been involved in a game like that before, and they are unique occasions. They'll learn a lot, they'll bounce back from it, but they need everybody behind them.
Thanks, Alex. Next to Matt Lord, The Telegraph.
Hiya, Gareth. Just on that theme, are you angry that the fans booed so loudly at the end? And do you think it was a bit unfair, given you'd had a good performance in the first game against Croatia?
No, I think our fans are entitled to react however they want. And we're disappointed with our own performance. And I totally understand their reaction. We're expected to beat Scotland. They'll be frustrated by that. And in the end, we've got to live with that and deal with that.
Thanks, Matt. Next to Sammy Muckbell, Mail.
Hi, Gareth. Much like you said on Sunday, not to get carried away with the result over Croatia. Is the message just kind of a similar one tonight, not to panic?
Well, we know where we sit in the group. We know that we have a lot of work to do to improve our performances. But also we know in the context of qualification, 4 points from 2 matches, we're in a strong position. So we have to make sure that we get the third game right and make the right decisions around that. Of course, there's always fallout from any England performance that isn't at the level you want or doesn't get the result that you want. But we are in the middle of a tournament. We are in the middle of a qualification group. We totally understand the reaction tonight, but our first objective is to qualify, and we're still on track to do that.
Thanks, Sammy. Next we'll go to Ariles Old Sada from VG Norway.
Hi, Gareth. You compare the reaction from the fans booing and wanting you to attack, and then you talk about the need to stay calm and manage the tournament. Can that be difficult for you as a manager when you hear the excitement, especially with the tournament being played in London in front of the English fans?
Yeah, but this was always something that I knew we were going to have to deal with, and that was going to be a challenging experience for the players, especially with quite an inexperienced international team. So I said before, just because you're at home doesn't mean that you win. You have to play well, and on Sunday we played well, and we got the result we deserved. Tonight we didn't play as well, but we have to accept that. As I said, I accept that as the manager, and we learn from the experience, and we have a different sort of challenge now against the Czechs.
Thank you. And next to Jacob Steinberg, Guardian.
Hi, Gareth. Were you happy with Jack Grealish when he came on? It felt a little bit at times like he played a little bit too slowly, hung on to the ball a little bit too much.
Well, we put him on to get into those one-against-one situations, and I thought he took players out of the game. He at times got them on the back foot, drove into the penalty area a couple of times. So again, I think with Jack, we've got to be realistic about what our expectations are with him when he goes into a game. We know he can help us to open up a defence in those sorts of moments. He nearly managed that a couple of times, but again, I thought Scotland defended very well against him. So, I was pleased with what he did when he went on.
Thanks, Jacob. And final question from Theo Squires, the Liverpool Echo.
Hi, Gareth. Jordan Pickford's had some difficult moments this season, but after injury, he finished the season strongly. He was a hero for you at the World Cup, and he's come into the Euros in good form, made a great save tonight. Just wanted to know what you thought of his performance and how important he is for your squad going forward.
Yeah, I thought his performance was excellent. He, as you said, has always played well for us, and tonight was no exception. Very important, and not a straightforward save in the first half in particular. The ball skidding around off the surface, and several situations where there was a big crowd scene in the box, and he came and punched with authority. So I thought he had an excellent performance.
Okay, guys, we'll conclude it there. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.